What's up?
What's up?
You're a Fall Out Boy?
Fall Out Boy.
And you are watching Fall Out Boy TV, presented by Rock Sound.
There's something special about the four of us, and I think it just really makes sense.
If we hadn't gone and taken a break, it would be, we would finish the band.
We were able to step away and do a lot of our own things, and I think get a lot of creative demons out, so to speak, and just grow a lot, confidence-wise and musically and whatnot. And I think that enabled us to kind of get ourselves together.
It's like a four-sided pyramid. It's all we're all holding each other up, and that's a very new thing. And I cannot wait for 2013 and 2014 and 2020.
Every question we ever have to answer is like, what about the war on emo? I'm like, I don't know. We're sending more troops, I think. What do you? I don't even know there was one. I don't know.
The biggest circle pit I've ever seen at a festival, I think, was at, I want to say it was at Reading one year. We were playing, and it was just massive. It was like that. It was like that weird sphere or that weird hole that's in Jupiter.
If I said the date 29th of April 2008, does that mean anything to you? I'm particularly looking at Pete. Do you remember that particular date? 10 years down the line. It is the date that lives in all of our hearts where Bruno Mars was
I do remember that date, actually.
Pete Wentz
Sorry.
on the street. A decade on. I still have questions. What was happening that day? Why were you on? Was that a photo shoot? What was going on?
I think there's debate, because I think Bruno's been asked about it, and he said it was, because I thought it was like, so clearly it's got to be something around like Grammy week or something like that, because we're both in the same kind of area. I'm walking, and I thought he was like, oh, there's like paparazzi taking a picture of this person. I'm looking at who it was. He said he got bumped by one of the cameramen, I guess. So whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's also it's like a time date on like the last time Pete Wentz was more famous than Bruno Mars. It's like says it in the corner. That's pretty wild.
I once took Bruno Mars to a Milwaukee Brewers game. I am
not sure if this is.
I'm not sure if this is
true
or not.
I'm not. It really is true.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
There's some really talented guys in the band. I learned a lot about making songs, songwriting, by working with Patrick, who's very good at it, and also being forced into like a very, I wouldn't say like cutthroat industry, but then like being forced to work like within the music industry on these like high levels where there's like high demand for getting things done and getting to the point quickly.
This was like the first time we had we were getting real video treatments in from the records, and no involvement in it, and they were all horrible. Like we were getting all these video treatments, and it was just very okay, so it's like hot people at a party, and then this one stood out because it was decidedly not that, and I don't know, Pete, if you want to talk about that, but that was
good.
Yeah, I mean that was basically that was the deciding factor. It was weird. Yeah. We were like, thank goodness it's weird. Yeah.
It's strange that like something that is like that can be associated with you forever.
Yeah. It's really it's far more distant from the band than like anyone thinks.
What a treat. We inspired a whole Jeff Lemire comic series. Just kidding, Jeff.
I wish.
The heavens are opening, by the way, in case you can hear this. It's a lovely dramatic setting for us right now.
It's pretty wild, because literally yesterday, so we have a set that is like a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful set that's absolutely perfect and amazing until it gets one drop of water on it, and then it becomes a water slide, and you literally can't stand on it.
Oh, man.
And so last night, it rained right before our set, and it was like, shh. And we were like, okay, that's cool. We got the rain out of the way in Reading. Leeds is going to be like bone dry. It's going to be perfect. And here we are, sitting in the rain.
Oh, boy. Take that flamethrower. Dry off the flooring.
God
It'll be
sakes.
absolutely fine.
Phoenix, Sugar We're Going Down, My Songs Nobody Did in the Dark, Immortals, Young Volcanoes.
Dance, thanks for the memories. Stay Frosty, Church.
Where's Your Boy, Saturday, Tell That Mick He Made My List of Things to Do.
Pete wears things that are like fashion items. So even if it's not the greatest choice, like Uggs in an airport, like, it's a bold move.
It's funny because like it's very dulled now, you know. As you're talking about, there's the big boy life of being an adult, so I don't think he goes quite as crazy. He doesn't wear the fur boots anymore, or the you know. I remember like a weird 18th century cape or something that he had for a while. But every once in a while, there's still something that comes out. Like, hey, that is a tunic. You're wearing a tunic.
And it's like one of those things like where it's like, do you want to download the update? Because like every like 4 years, like you download the update and you're like, oh, it's still bad. Okay.
I looked at photos from back in the day. I think I've always been like this, where I'm like, I wake up and I'm in like pajama pants and a t-shirt. I'm like, I thought that was appropriate to do a photo shoot like that. At least like now, when it comes to a photo shoot, I'll like try, but I don't try that hard. So I'll just say me. Throw myself under the bus.
1 year we were playing, and Panic was playing right before, Panic at the Disco was playing right before us, and Brendan got hit in the head with a bottle. And I'm standing there, and I'm a short guy, so I can't really see. I'm off to the side of the stage, and I can't see over the speaker. I just hear dunk, and then I see his feet, and that was it. And I was like, oh man, everyone goes running to Brendan, and I look around and I'm like, well, where's like the responsible adult? Where's like somebody that like knows what's going on? So I'm like, I gotta find like an EMT or something, right? So I go running off stage to try and find somebody, and I find the EMT, but he's back on stage on the other side of the stage. So I go back running up, and the security guy's like, no mate. I'm like, but I was just there. I was just standing there, and he's like, no, you know, it's not your stage right now. So the stupidest thing was leaving the stage, because I could have gotten the EMT, but whatever.
Not a rat, but and not.
Oh, am I some bad?
We went on tour with many years ago in a club, and
It's not old.
it's not old, but it's not old, but it's
First word, 3 words.
not old,
Not
but
old.
it's the opposite of old.
What is the opposite of old?
Yep.
Your politics?
Okay. And you're not lost.
No. 3 words.
Opposite
You
of
found
lost.
glory?
Yep.
The opposite of fake?
Real.
That's
what
what
are
I
we?
mean.
Real friends.
We toured with them in Japan.
They took us.
Punchline.
No, they took us out in Japan. We
1
played
o'clock.
big festival. Thank you.
The band with which we were probably most associated.
Panic at the Disco.
Thank you.
Um,
The band with which we're even more associated with.
Michael.
No, the one we're incredibly associated with. Almost inwardly.
Fall Out Boy.
Yes.
Boom! Take that one. I think I'm the funniest.
Jumping on.
Ben Affleck will do it.
Yeah! You crawled all the way out.
Sign us, please. We'll send you demos.